It is that time of the week again. A little time to talk about some big robots, to have some fun, to get together with a couple friends and talk about some that peak 1970s animation for the Gundam Roundtable. And apparently, I am running solo for the moment because people apparently forgot where buttons are. But this is no matter because I, of course, am Ironcaster, here to talk with everyone about some Gundam. And today we are going into episode 29 or 28 if you only have the DVDs or Blu-rays entitled Tragedy in Jaburo, where our crew have managed to finally make it to a much larger Federation forced base. And so here we are. It has been quite a week. Need a little preamble. But, oh, jeez. Jace is here.
Hi, baby. How you doing, baby?
I missed you.
Well, I missed you last night. It was really depressing without you.
Or do I have a button
Buddy.
for this?
Oh, I know you want to smack me, daddy. I'm sorry. Hey, everybody. How are you, Ironcaster? How is the chat? How is everybody?
I'm doing good, but come on. I think the real boyfriend's here. Chris.
The real boyfriend.
Yep, we're building new lore.
What?
Yeah, this is part of the new lore.
So you mean that Chris is your new boyfriend, not Jason Momoa?
No, I mean him and Jason Momoa.
No, you already have that title. It's not going to change it anytime soon.
Come on, I thought I'd try to pump
You and your hairy back.
And the crop tops are coming.
I have the simple solution for all of you.
Oh yes.
Smack.
That's not going to work on him because it just makes him worse.
All fun and games. But hey, we watched some Gundam.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
It's hard to believe we're like, after this, it'll be 14 episodes left, so we'll be done this in about 3 months at the rate we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And soon there's New Year's.
Technically, these set of events is the end of the second movie. This one in the next couple episodes.
Making that 2/3 2/3 of the way through. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just doing a thing in the background here.
Then we're going to encounter space next.
We're gonna play a cheap PlayStation 2 game.
Hey, that was a good game.
Oh, I know. I just all I think of when I hear certain titles is I think of the games. I don't even think of. I don't even think of like some of the movie titles. It's always just Journey to Jaburo. I think of the PS2 game.
Well, I mean the third, yeah, that is a PS2 game, and then so was the second game, which was Encounter in Space, which is also the title for the third movie.
Okay. So how are y'all doing?
Pretty well, actually.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I broke my rule of no streaming before New Year. But I want to be here with you since we are closing up 2021 soon. So
yeah, 2021. We thought 2022 2020 was going to be bad. 2021 is, oh dear Lord.
Just more time to watch good stuff like Gundam and X-Men and other stuff. A lot of things we can enjoy.
Yep, and I'm going to be rewatching Hell Comes to Frogtown here.
I have heard of that.
I'm gonna watch your Harry back.
You're going to watch it?
No. Not watching it. Watch it. I don't want to have my fingers in your hair back hair.
I thought I heard wash too.
Let's get things started. Gundam fight
Oh
all
yeah.
set.
Oh
Ready?
yeah, motherfucker.
Ironcaster, you just brought all kinds of trouble upon yourself.
So let's get
into it. I'm sober.
Mm-hmm.
This time you are.
But yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Are you? Just gotta get myself set up here. So, we are on episode 30 of MobilesuitGundam, as I've mentioned, entitled Tragedy in Jaburo.
It's as if there's going to be a tragedy.
I know, it's almost as if they're giving away the spoilers in this. You mean to tell me that there's going to be bad things happening in Jaburo with Char nearby?
And around the white base.
So, I mean, the episode kind of starts off pretty straightforward. We're just kind of moving ahead, and we're finally getting to see where the white base is heading to, which we're getting to see some of that nice, beautiful Brazilian rivers.
The Amazon.
Yep. Which are apparently big enough for submarines.
Yep.
Apparently.
So, we kind of get reminded as we're going through that, Char is, like I said, is nearby.
Yeah.
And that they're going to get ready to deploy, but
with the Mad Angler Squadron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, one of the things I did kind of appreciate early in was there's just this bit with like some butterflies in the nature there, and it kind of reminds you that just with them being from space, them being space noids from the colonies.
Yeah, I'm still gonna say that I hate those kids.
Yeah, that sites like these of the butterflies traveling together like this is just so foreign to them that they wouldn't even realize what they're seeing.
They don't know what a butterfly looks like.
Well, they might know what a butterfly looks like,
but
to see them
don't
migrating
really have
like this,
much fun. Yeah, they don't really have much wildlife in the space colonies.
Right. It might be the odd. Oh, they might have wild dogs, and that's just because someone's pet got loose.
Yeah. I mean, wildlife of this variety, especially in a rainforest like the Amazon, that is so beyond anything that they could possibly imagine.
Which is kind of a shame that they really didn't get a chance to do much more with that idea. But I think it does an okay enough job to kind of get that point across.
Well, we've had multiple times throughout the show where they talk about it. What these and what the space noids didn't have in the colonies, such as thunderstorms.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like virtually everyone on both sides were terrified of the thunderstorm.
Is it a new Xeon weapon? Is it a new Federation weapon? Is this the new Federation's weapon? No, it's just a thunderstorm. It's just normal weather patterns in the Earth's atmosphere, which have been augmented because of a colony drop on on Australia.
Mm-hmm. And one of the kind of things they kind of bring up is they kind of hit on Kai. He's still kind of moping over the loss of Miharu, which at first is you feel like you don't necessarily need to be hit too far over the head with the reminders of that.
And I'm back. Sorry, I had to get myself something to drink.
Welcome back.
Yeah, like I said, yeah. So they do manage to eventually get to the.
I would say we get to now see Jaburo.
Yeah, which is all underground bases.
The space fucking Jaburo.
And for some reason, that's right, because the hangar was damaged, they can't even close that.
Yeah.
Because of the attack while they were crossing the Atlantic.
Yep. Which, hey, consistency. We actually have a bit of that here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really see that much in many shows.
I hope I'm not too loud with the microphone, by the way.
Oh, no, you're just fine.
You're fine.
Okay.
In fact, actually, later in a couple of seconds, one of the repair crewmen for the White Base makes a comment saying, "Hey, the White Base is a lot more damaged than they said they were."
Yep, we get that another close up of Char, who's the Federation, the Xeon lost track of the Federation, and they realized this must be the location of Jaburo. We have to search the area out. And Char gets to be Char.
Yep.
Yep.
And every time, like, I have to say this, every time I see Char, I think about Chris, because that's like the picture I always used on him.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You're an evil bastard, you know that, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're a Char. You're a Char. Of course you're a piece of shit.
Jeez.
I love you.
Not holding back punches today, are we?
Well,
you get to learn. You get to learn more about Char's backstory further later on in the show, so you find out he's not entirely evil.
Yeah, his name is actually
with
Chris,
you too.
and he delivers the mail.
Yes, he delivers death upon his enemies.
Chris, Char confirmed. Oh, that's a new merch ID.
Out. There's a reason why he doesn't show his face. He's always wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be so great.
Yeah, caught me. I mean, heck, there are Char helmets and masks on sale out there. I could possibly get one.
Yeah, you just gotta buy your backups.
Yeah.
And Iron, before you continue, I just want to congratulate you with having a little bit over 300 subscribers.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that I didn't think I was going to be getting to this year, and I was just kind of really happy to have finally been able to, make that leap. And
yeah, well,
but everyone in this fellowship, we thank everyone with the bottom of our hearts that supports everyone here.
Every single viewer is special.
Yep.
Because you could be doing anything else, but you choose to come hang out with a bunch of nerds like us talking about a show about big robots and Chris when he wears his helmet.
Yep. And me just being cute and an asshole.
And Ironcaster's hairy back.
Well, I'm kind of happy.
So back to it.
Back to the show.
Yep. As they're met at Jaburo, they are met by one of the crew members named Woody Malden.
I think it was.
He was a technician.
Lieutenant Woody.
Yep, Woody.
Yeah, Woody.
And he's been asking about Amuro, where we are met with, and we discover that Woody here had heard so much about them from Matilda, who we've lost about 10 episodes ago, because yes, even the dead apparently can never truly
She-
stay dead here.
Ain't that normal?
She
Everyone can stay dead.
sacrificed her life to save the white base.
Yep.
Yo.
And so it's become very special to him as well.
That's understandable, though.
Meanwhile, Shar. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, Shar gets new equipment.
Yeah. And that is,
One of
if
them
I don't
being
remember
the,
wrong, that's Mobile Suit Sock, right?
That
that what's it called?
Was
Yeah,
it the Zagak?
yeah. The Zoc,
Yeah, the
the
Zoc,
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 ZOCK, MS,
Yeah.
the MSM 10 ZOCK, Zoc.
Yeah.
And just because I happen to have one, I want to show this off.
Which there
real quick.
is the.
No, let me.
Yeah,
It is
they
pretty
are.
unique,
I
though.
had two.
Yeah,
There is actually
it's basically a
another
brick of a figure.
model of it. Another.
Yeah, but it's got some cool little articulation, and
Let's see if I can find a decent picture of it.
it stands there, and it waves its claws at you
So,
menacingly.
If you ever played the game,
Oh, it's so cute.
yeah. But if you've ever played the game Journey to Jaburo, they remodel the Zoc. And so this is the remodeled Zoc from Journey to Jaburo,
Okay, it's wider.
Ooh,
yeah.
that is really different.
Which actually I kind of like. I actually really like the remodeled Zoc more.
It comes up more
'Cause
like a
it's
mobile armor design.
Mm.
A little bit, yeah. But like, it's basically the same. It's basically the same thing. Like the legs are kind of splayed out, and the nose is kind of a little more pointed out.
Yeah. I like the remodel design better than.
Yeah. Well, it's also kind of there's something. Oh, hang on.
And we will be right back after these technical issues.
We in 540 Studio, we do have some merch, so if you want to support us, we have the link, and I can share the link if you want to buy some merch. We would appreciate it. And we love you.
Yep. Apologies about that, guys. My brother stopped by, so he's
Oh,
kind of walking through the house a bit.
yeah, no, that's fine.
So we're gonna try to keep going on, even though the slight issues.
But yeah,
So-
I really like this design, to be honest. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty unique.
I mean, I really like the color on it. It's kind of that kind of lighter, lighter, like kind of
more faded green.
Yeah.
More baby green. That looks more faded.
It kind of matches with the whole motif of green being and bad guys' colors with the Zeons.
Yeah,
Yep,
it looks
just like
really
that.
well.
Just like that darn villain, Incredible Hulk.
Yes. And I mean, also the thing with this is that with the kind of the muddy waters of the Amazon River, would blend in a little bit too. Plus, also the green foliage around the jungle.
Well, I think that the Zaku color would probably blend in much better with that kind of muddy brown of the water, where it's a darker green.
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
Yep. So Shar sends out the Zagak with a couple of other mobile suits, and they proceed to start exploring the area. And we see dolphins apparently in the apparently in the Amazon River.
There are freshwater dolphins out there.
Maybe. I just think it's kind of a funny little look. We get dolphins.
Well, at least it works.
So you kind of get a bit more of a
Yeah,
shot
sure.
of the.
There are such things as river dolphins in the Amazon River.
So you get to see that the Federation base is quite literally just big, large caverns underground. You're getting more of a scope of it as the camera pans across quite a bit of the area. And what have you got for us, Chris?
The dolphin.
Okay, are they from that area? Oh, they're based in South America. Huh.
Yeah. And it looks very much like the dolphin that we saw in with that nice little weird pointed back.
Yeah, and the way just pull it back up. The way the fin kind of goes down the back. In fact, it kind of looks like the sketch.
So that is what it is. That's what we saw.
Hey, we learned. What do you know? We actually learned something today, guys. I think we called it job well done.
Learned something new.
Yeah.
just like Char learned the location of the Federation base.
Yes, he did by tracking the white base. And did you notice that he gave credit to their spy that they had that's no longer on the white base? They don't even know.
Right.
She was just a no name that they decided to just throw on there.
Yeah. Well, apparently she served her purpose, and if they hear some more from her, then so be it.
Yeah.
Oh, she served her purpose in more than just one way.
One of the things we do get is we get to see that much of the crew are getting physicals, getting checked out.
Yeah.
And one of the kind of important things that kind of chimes up here includes the is Amuro talk. Oh, hang on. Is Amuro talks about how they spent a lot of time with him, wanting to know about his brain patterns, which comes up later. That's not important or anything, but it's one of those.
I wonder why.
One of those little seeds being planted.
Could it be that Amuro is something special? Could it be that Amuro is something special?
They're trying to extract and get the core essence of protagonist. Think about it.
The teen angsty superhero vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about it. If your army was made up of nothing but anime protagonist, it would become the most powerful thing as you win with the power of friendship.
Power of friendship.
Unfortunately, means all the parents are going to have to be unfortunately killed off in unfortunate attacks.
What kind of power of friendship are we talking about? Is it like Ben kissing Ray friendship?
Oh,
God, no.
Oh, I mean more like everyone holds hands and they shoot a big old friendship laser beam of friendship that kills the enemy.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit better. Yeah,
we don't need. I would rather Care Bears versus Star Wars, Disney Star Wars.
Which, by the way, I was going through the Transformers Headmasters. That's how they quite literally end the final battle. Everyone holds hands and they shoot a big old laser beam that gives the big Transformer the energy he needs to win the day.
Really?
Okay.
That I'm sitting here watching it. I'm like 35 episodes into the show. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's got a catchy theme song. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
And they're like, we need more power. Quick, everyone, hold hands. What? What? No.
Are the skies gonna turn rainbow too?
They all jumped up into the sky in a big circle and held hands.
Oh geez.
Oh my. That is
It is ridiculous. I still kind of love the show, but it was so dumb.
And what is this? Weird. What is this again?
Transformers
Headmasters.
Transformers.
Headmasters. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Anyways, back to the physicals.
Good friends, we always talk over.
Matilda's comment that Matilda or Sayla is commenting about how their medical facilities here are so much better than
Woody and Amuro. Oh yeah.
And of course we got the orphans being orphans.
Oh, I hate those kids. Like literally, I try to skip every time I see them.
Those kids are going to become very important.
Yes, I know.
In the next episode.
I don't care. They're still kids.
Do you?
They're still kids, so I don't care. But this is a cool scene.
No, you hate children.
I like this scene.
Unfortunately, I didn't get any screenshots of it, but while some of this is going on, Amuro has a moment to sit and talk, to be able to talk with Woody and ask him about... Oh, no, I think I did get screenshots down the road.
Am I the one that's having hiccups with Ironcaster?
Oh, geez. Is my internet doing it? Hang on. Let me...
I don't have any hiccups with him.
Let me, just to be safe, try resetting stuff on my end.
Very weird.
Oh, so now we took over the show. So that's interesting.
Now we are
now it's my turn to steal his show.
What was that?
Get the fuck out of here, man. This is my stream. This is my stream.
We control the vertical. We control the horizontal.
There we go. So yeah, man, it's a lot of news that have happened lately, you know. A lot of news have happened lately, and we don't care about this right now, you know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hey, I care about it, man. I care about it.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Anyways, we have a nice little scene of the Zok destroying underwater defenses.
Yeah, I mean, did you get some screenshots, Ironcaster, of the?
Oh yeah. It's just stuff is in a wonky order from the way the.
Okay.
They blow up some mines, and it's further proof that they found right where they need to go.
Inadvertently draw attention to them.
Yep. Okay, so this is where I was at. So Amuro is talking with Woody about Matilda, and he's sharing his regret that he wasn't good enough of a pilot, that he should have been able to save her. But Woody isn't having any of that, and I think it is a good message, kind of, push on Amuro that he can't take all the blame for himself. That things did happen, but he's got to accept that he has limitations.
Yep.
And of course, we get a little
Amuro can't do everything.
We get a little flash of how they imagine that the wedding would have gone.
Yeah.
Or how Amuro does. And of course, everyone's there. Even the orphans.
Because Lieutenant Woody said we were hoping to have the White Base crew in Jaburo for the wedding.
Oh,
after Operation Odessa.
Ryu's there.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
That's unfortunate.
Ryu and Matilda both died in the process of serving Operation Odessa. And
it is what it is.
Happy,
peaceful, and happy.
Matilda looks like a beautiful bride.
Yeah. And it's more of that tragedy of war, that these were still humans who had lives planned out around the war. When this is over, we're gonna go get married, and then tragically, someone isn't coming home one day.
Sad.
That's best to not just sit and wait. and live life while you can, because every day you never know which day someone might not be coming home. Don't hold those regrets, and it's kind of a good little reminder to live your life.
Yeah.
Oh, now I remember where Now I remember his voice. Where I've heard the voice multiple times. It's Goku.
Really,
the voice actor. The English
Woody?
voice actor is Goku.
Huh.
Kirby Morrow.
Yep.
Either way, he's still not having any. He's still not having any of Amuro's nonsense.
He's also the voice actor for Troa from Gundam Wing.
Oh. It's too bad though that he didn't take the bright approach.
Well, Amuro, I think to this point, I think Amuro's had enough sense has been slapped into him. So,
well, at the same time though, here he is needing just a little reminder. Apparently Woody here is about to pull out that little punch card and give him enough punches to give him the free sandwich.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that's not necessary.
Well, because Ensign Woody, or Lieutenant Woody, he knows there's no point anymore. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, the Zoc again.
Oh,
yep.
My boy is just like hiding out in the jungle, apparently being the perfect little sneak predator that you never see coming.
The suit is so amazing.
Even though he is like a huge bulking mass compared to many other mobile suits at the time. Yeah, so it's just like
it's like the bodybuilder who can't wipe his own butt.
He's the size. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. He's the silent giant somehow.
True enough. To be honest, he's a silent giant.
And he looks like he's got a little beak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they kind of amplify in the other models.
So they decided to go play as alligators for a while.
How can it be so silent? Like, how can you be so silent in that suit?
Chunk.
I'm convinced that
I think this mobile suit hovers like the DOMs.
Yeah, that's based on what I'm seeing with my little toy. There's the implication that it's supposed to hover. And in fact, I think you even see that in some of the animation in the episode. You see it's got a little jet propulsion like that.
Yeah, even in the video game Journey to Jaburo, the alternative model, that's all it does is hovers. It doesn't walk.
So meanwhile, while Amuro's having his little heart-to-heart still pining over a woman,
and the Zeons are searching for entrances into Jaburo.
Mm-hmm. Bright is undergoing bureaucracy.
Yay!
As they're kind of going on about this, they're talking with a couple of officials who are part of the Tiananmen Square fleet. And they kind of they hit on a little bit of a Mirai who's been around, applying that it's kind of bringing back something that hasn't really been talked about too much.
Her connections to the Yashima family, the very wealthy, very influential Yashima family.
Yeah. In other words, Mirai would be like the daughter of Bill Gates.
Yeah, in a sense.
Or some equivalent, or if not was her father the actual the CEO of it, or just like a high-ranking official?
Let's just say Melania Trump, just for the fun of it. And just so that Jace can have his little moment.
Yeah.
There you go,
Yeah,
Jace.
thank you.
For those of you that don't know, Jace has a little bit of a crush on Melania Trump.
Oh.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, the daughter.
Yeah, so they're kind of, they kind of get into it and apply the little bit of the nepotism that, they're gonna go lighter on the crew because of who Mirai is.
Verify the one I have crush on is Ivanka Trump.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. That's the person I meant to say. Ivanka Trump.
Yeah, that's the lady on my
There's
dreams.
a lot of beautiful women there. It's really hard to tell who's who.
No, it's easy. Ivanka is the most beautiful woman ever, man. Sorry, back to the show. I just wanted to clarify that it was in Ivanka. So sorry.
So while this is happening, they finally get the little update and notifications that, hey, the white base or the Jaburo base is finally getting attacked by Xeon. And so much of the white base crew all decide to head off to go join up. And Char, meanwhile, has been sitting around for how long now, Chris? Has it been like what, 15? The last time he suited up was episode 10 with Garma's death.
It's been good number of weeks. Give me a moment here, and I need to find the.
Yeah, I think just for the sake of it, we'll say episode 10 was like with the death of Garma.
Garma passed away on October 4th, and the attack on Jaburo was November 30th.
Well, I mean specifically within the how many episodes has been? It's been since like episode 10.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Let's see here. This is episode 29 and 29, 30. Garma's fate was episode 10. So 20.
It has been half the show's runtime.
Yeah.
Since Char got to suit up.
Yeah.
And we are seeing, of course, as with his motif, some red suit that's been delivered.
Yeah.
But we'll see a bit of that later. No, but meanwhile, it's time for Xeon to deploy its forces and go full.
And they said that this was a small force. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Gao attack carriers. That's a small force.
36 of the smaller DOPs.
Something like that, yeah.
And guys, guess what?
Show!
Show! Show! The white base crew decide it's going down to like red alert, like level 1 battle stations.
Yeah.
We've got to get back to the white base. Everyone hop in the little buggies and get going. Xeon, meanwhile,
force.
Yes. Xeon's small force is going full bore. Launch the missiles.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is a hell of a force that they're throwing at him here.
Yep. And it's the interesting thing is that like officials within Jaburo are just like, oh, it's another raid. Okay, let's go back to business. But might want to go and get some people to their stations just in case.
Yeah. Some might say this is a tragedy in Jaburo.
Not yet.
We're going to go eat sandwiches and look at some maps.
Not maps.
Schematics.
Some schematics, yes. Technical schematics of the white base. The interesting thing is that when they were doing a pan shot of the space docks, they showed another model ship next to the white base. Let me see if maybe I can find the shot. But go ahead and continue. I'm going to see if maybe I can find the shot.
They were busy looking at some schematics for repairs, and all the white base crew come running to go and man their stations.
Yep.
So of course they don't.
Don't fall asleep now.
The Federation forces go and scramble a bunch of their fighter jets and launch them up the little Hot Wheels racetrack to get up in the air.
Yeah.
To which I think some would probably... I know a couple of people who would immediately be reminded of the likes of Battlestar Galactica with the Veer fighter jets, I think they're called. No, I'm thinking Robocrawl.
Vipers.
Yeah, thank you. My mind went to a bit of Babylon 5. Because all the sci-fi just kind of...
It can mess up your head sometimes.
Yeah,
there's so many.
That was very, very intelligent right there, man. Very intelligent.
Hey, I'm just here to let you all know about the technical terms and the spaghetti brain.
Yeah.
So
okay, sure.
Rather
just
than
blame the age.
So rather than launching the Gundam, they decide to have it set up set it up to have the G-Bull, which is the core fighter inside the half of the
core fighter, the upper part of the Gundam, and also the cockpit.
To have it set up as a mobile tank.
G fighter. Yeah. Today, while I was thinking about why the purpose of the various modules of the G fighter would ever exist, and it all of a sudden just occurred to me is that sometimes not every part of the Gundam is working.
Hey, so this is actually possible.
So, for example, if say one of the legs are being worked upon, what do? Well, you send out the upper part of the Gundam with the G fighter, and you have the G-Bull, or you could possibly send it out with the G Sky if you had an aerial fight.
Oh, right. We did kind of lose a leg in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, so I mean, I still think that the whole purpose of the G fighter is kind of silly and all, and I do prefer the core booster, or also that reimagined manga version of the G fighter. But it's still like, hey, actually, there is some kind of thought process to the reason behind the G fighter and the various module parts.
So, not to be completely not to be completely forgotten about, Kai has to have a moment where he's like, I'm gonna defeat all the Zeons. I'm gonna fight all the Zeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. All to make sure that someone like Miharu doesn't have to fight anymore.
Yep. So now he has his call to his own personal call to arms now that has really is I think a good change for him, because he's no longer he's just being this little cowardly worm of a man. No, now he has a reason to fight, to step into the world of being a fighter.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Because this became very personal for him, and I mean, just fighting to get by, just not enough for some people, but
yeah, he's still a coward, but he kind of now has a personal mission to do.
Yeah, and so he launches in the gun cannon.
Yep.
To go and be a big hero himself. Of course, we got a G-Bull with its the 2 shield solution.
Yep.
It's that extra protection.
And also, most importantly, we finally get to see new mobile suits for the
We
Federation.
do.
For the Federation, yeah.
Yep, we do.
Yeah. Oh my
The
gosh, I am so
I
happy to
really-
finally see these.
Yeah,
The
dude, I was
R-
shocked.
The RGM / the RGM 79 mass-produced gym mobile suits.
Yeah, I did not expect that. I did not expect to see that. So that was pretty cool.
At
I mean,
some point, they had to do it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the Xeon has just been punching their teeth in with mobile suits that they had to adapt to it. It's just like the evolution of war, where the enemy pulls out tanks, and so you have to adapt. You have to come to terms to present a similar force on the battlefield.
Yep.
And with all the information that Matilda would have been collecting from the White Base prior to her death, bringing it back to her superiors, they were going to be finally be able to finally produce some kind of mobile suit based off the Gundam's performance.
Which takes into consideration what they were saying earlier about now having a chance to access Amuro's brainwaves and to be able to try and study him.
Yeah.
That there is something there to that.
Though in the in-universe lore, they already were kind of working on mass-produced mobile suits. It's just the Gundam was just adding additional data to better perfect them. So, a little fun information there.
So we finally get to see, more of the forces getting deployed as they're just like dropping out lots of goofs. Yes.
I saw that. I keep on seeing those, and I'm just like, oh, there goes Iron's favorite mobile suit.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. You done goofed, boy.
You done goofed.
Now, the GM is actually a really great mobile suit. It's sad that the Federation just doesn't have enough experienced mobile suit pilots. So I mean, it unfortunately becomes cannon fodder.
And like, thinking about it, if each one of those 12 ships are dropping a minimum 3 suits apiece, 36 mobile suits, 36 fighter jets, 12 big heavy fortress bombers.
Let's see here. How much do they carry?
Well, I mean, we never really see them drop more than 3 at a time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can see that here.
Well, they don't unfortunately give a number of how many mole suits it carries, but it does talk about how it overall height, overall width. No, they don't. They don't. Unfortunately, they don't tell. So I mean, there's at least 3 mobile suits, along with a complement of fighters.
And meanwhile, our boy Char suits up.
He's ready.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready for some action. Yep. I like this Char. I do.
Bend over and relax.
It's like, by the way, did you know I'm an amateur proctologist?
Oh my god.
And so we get to see Char's commander Zagak.
I love that colors. I love those colors together.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
it's
so
like, yeah, God, it is so relieving just to see him back in the field with a suit.
I found the picture of the ship. I'm going to show it, but give me a second here so I can kind of cut out certain parts that shouldn't be seen. Okay, now you can show. So that ship is stationed right next to the White Base.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was the one that they were probably also... Okay.
So
from what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, earlier when I said that there was a ship that was kind of in the space dock right next to the White Base. Now, in later versions of the manga and everything, in various mangas, they show other Pegasus-class ships like the Thoroughbred or the Gray Phantom stationed next to the White Base, which are other like I said, there are other Pegasus class assault carriers like the White Base.
Okay.
So we get to see much more of the forces getting deployed.
Yeah.
I think they said there was over 20 mobile suits that were deployed.
Small forces. Remember that.
Not all of them are not all of them are making the ground though, which
No.
is part of the Federation doesn't shoot. But it is just kind of you feel for it.
Yeah.
Because included in some of the casualties includes some of Char's own men.
Yeah,
Char's two guys.
One of them gets shot while descending, and the other one gets hit by a torpedo.
Yeah.
We cut back to the Federation officials who are just kind of griping and complaining about the fact that the White Base must have been followed, which, reasons that it must have been. But at least wanted to see that, Werner von Braun looking dude here. There's a little bit of that kind of German aristocracy look to them.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yes.
No, I agree on that, yeah.
I mean, they are top military officials. They got to look their best, right?
Yep. Which apparently means you look completely bored while you're being attacked.
Well, I mean, so here's something interesting. In some of the mangas, they talk about how this is a regular thing. The Jaburo is regular. The area of Jaburo that surrounds the area surrounding Jaburo is attacked on a regular basis.
Hey, finally got it out.
Yes, I am having trouble trying to speak for some strange reason. But anyways, so I mean, for them, it's another raid. They don't realize it's an invasion with a small force.
Yeah. So Char, having made it to the water, has managed to come across a trail that was set for him of a bunch of red dye or paint or something.
Yeah.
That was able to lead him right to where the Zagog is. Zak. Xeon names. There
is a mobile suit called a Zagog.
But
it's too many suits sometimes, right?
Yeah, that's one of the main issues with Xeon is they have too many different suits.
Well, yeah, I mean that's something they mentioned that so this is something that they mentioned is as part of the reason why Xeon lost the war is that they kept on producing too many
experimental units.
Yes, exactly. And it's just it puts a strain on the war effort, especially because you have you don't have enough supplies to go around. You don't have basically swappable parts, something that the Federation is easy to do because they have the basic gym model.
Yeah.
The gym, and they have ball.
Gym, ball. Though, I mean, there are, in later reiterations of the 1 Year War, there are other gym type models, like the gym commander type.
Right, but ultimately really cool. They basically kept to one or two different units, and they basically just mass produced that so they could easily replace parts out.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So Char makes the decision that they should do a two-prong attack to go at the base from two different entrances. Yeah. And with that, we get to see more of the armaments of
the silent suit.
Yeah. To which they are thrust into the battle, which is still a much better battle here than.
Oh yeah, I really like the battle. I really like the battle on this episode.
Yeah, this was a really fun battle to go through because
it is a battle.
It's actually a real battle,
which much better than the what was the Odessa Day? Yeah. Okay. because this, I feel like I think that I see. One of the stories I've heard was there was a plan to effectively kill like to kill the whole white base crew off, and I think at somewhere within these last 3 or 4 episodes, it was probably intended to be that would have been where it would have happened. With one of these with one of these couple of big battles that we've now gotten into.
Yeah.
By the way, here are the one on the left is the Zagok. Zogok.
And the Elephant Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, not wanting to be left out of the battle, Woody decides to go hop in a little hover ship, and decides he's gonna take it to the enemy. Which Woody, God, no.
Yeah, not very smart. It's also called a fan. That's what it's called. A fan.
We have fans and fat uncles.
Those names, man.
Yeah, what is this show in names?
I have no clue.
It is what it is.
Next you're gonna tell me they're gonna introduce a guy named Quattro Bagina.
Well, you see,
I'm sure. You know, I take that back. That sounds like an amazing name. He would never betray anyone.
Well, you see.
Well,
never say never.
We see up in the distance.
Yep.
A familiar. We get to see a flash as old rivals meet again. This is the excitement.
That's one of the best things in the whole show.
By the way, I made a thing. I get to show Chris this.
Oh dear. Seriously. Oh god.
How can you not love that? That's what Char does here. He just zoops around really fast.
Zoidberg.
Yes. I mean,
Shaw is he's confirmed.
I mean, look at him. He is in a big red crab.
With claws.
Yes.
Yeah, technically this is true.
Yeah, he's just Zoidberg now.
So, yep.
And you get this great shot where Char jumps in, fucking stabs this dude through the stomach, kicks him away, knocks him away, and just you get that slow down as he stands up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything just comes to a standstill. Amuro looks at him and realizes it's Char.
Yep.
That's a red mole suit. It has to be Char.
And with how fast it was zooping along.
Yep.
Yeah. Here's a nice little thing is that's going right through the cockpit. So that pilot's been eviscerated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
He is strawberry jam on the floor.
I mean, if this was at all real, we would be seeing blood and gore and whatnot on the end of that claw as it's sticking out of the back.
Yeah.
Well, it would probably also be quite a bit of grease and oil.
Yeah, that too.
Yep.
Because regardless of what these mobile suits are, you're still going to have pistons and stuff moving to keep limbs moving.
Yes.
Yeah. And this scene is so great too, man. It's like before you see Char, and the main character is he understands who it is, it's him,
It has to be him.
Yeah. And
no one else has a red mobile suit around. No one.
Yeah. And he's back to fight us, and they're just now the action is happening.
Oh yeah. So the two square off, and in one of the better. I think I would dare say this might even be top 5 Char fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's the rematch of the war.
Yeah.
It's been like 20 episodes in the making.
Yep.
I mean, we've been having hints of Char still there since the episode with the speech from Giran.
Mm-hmm.
You have Char sitting in the bar taking a drink, and then one of Cassilia's men comes up and says, "Hey, you're not entirely done."
And he's just like, no. The guy walks up and he's like, "Hey, how'd you like to be in the Avengers?" And you've had Amuro asking about Char even.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sayla has been asking about him.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And you get to see, the battle continues, and Amuro's using some techniques. You're throwing the shield, which the shield, by the way, Char is able to damage. He's able to shoot with the lasers and damage. It's the Gundam's armor isn't as impenetrable as we've repeatedly seen, but now you have Char wielding a mobile suit that can easily damage it.
I mean, particle beams they're not really, they don't really care about physical objects.
Speaking about not caring about physical objects, Char kills Woody.
Yeah, he does.
Goodbye, Lieutenant Woody.
And that is so goddamn sad too.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 times people that he kind of cared about have been killed. No, 3 times people that he's cared about have killed in the process of helping him, defending him.
Yeah.
Well, and even if you want to look at some of his enemies who have done it as well, Ramba Ralphs in a similar way did it, and he it just kind of showing that he's surrounded by people. He's in the thick of it. People who are willing to die to see that their jobs get done. He's seen Ryu do it. He's seen, Matilda died in the course of the action, but he's seen so many of those around him that have been willing to go to these lengths just to see the job done. I mean, he's even fallen prey into trying to do some of this before himself.
Well, I mean, Matilda died protecting Amuro from the Dom, from Ortega.
Mm-hmm. And it's a shame because you just met the guy and just like that he's gone.
You met the guy and they nerd Proil. You met the guy and
hail to you, man.
You find out that he's connected to someone that has been influential in the show.
Here, Nerd Pro, I'm just play. Because I love this clip. I'm gonna play it again just for you. It's my new favorite clip.
The Zoidberg mobile suit.
The Charberg.
Yes.
The Charberg. Goddamn.
And Amuro is not taking Lieutenant Woody's death lightly.
No, and you get a little flashback, like when had the vision with the wedding and all that stuff in this scene when he dies.
Tomino makes you care about them and then kills them off. Remember that girl gets sucked out? Oh yeah. Oh,
Miharu getting blown out into the middle of the ocean.
Yeah,
it as far as the original series goes, it's one of those moments that just really sticks with me, and it was one of the more memorable moments for me, one of the more memorable characters for me for her arc. Yep, and she's got those 2 little siblings that are now just that basically for this series anyway, as far as you know, they never seen again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Though I did reveal backstage what happened to the siblings, but that's for another time.
Yep. Some other side shows kind of bring them back up again. If at the very least having one as a pilot, so they
not
survive.
shows. They not shows, but external material, mangas and stuff like that.
So Amuro was trying to go catch up with Char to keep the fight up, and the Zoc here moves in to stop him.
Yeah, I mean,
as
kind of glanced over why Char kind of ran off, and that's because
his camera was damaged.
Yeah, because of Lieutenant Woody's attack, his camera was damaged, so he had to retreat, and so he called upon the Zoc to be his backup. And so while Char is retreating, Amuro has to contend with the Zoc, and he obviously this amazing mobile suit, which they kind of said, "Hey, this is going to be the big baddie for the episode." He dies in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because I
Yeah.
don't think you really even see these much again after this episode.
Not like this.
Okay.
Like they might get a background shot somewhere, but you introduced a new unit just to do like one episode with it.
Yeah, I mean,
meanwhile they're still dropping Zaku's left and right.
If you want to see a splurge of old and new mobile suits all fighting together, you have to look up the Battle of Dakar from the Gundam Unicorn TV series.
Oh god, that is so good.
It is a great episode. There's a lot of Xeon mobile suit models fighting Federation gyms, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah, like I think at that point, like some are 20-year-old units mixed with like brand new units, like all these different things.
They have a freaking Zaku 1 fighting amongst them.
It's so great. But we'll get there. Eventually we'll get there.
Yeah.
You know, but unfortunately, before then, Char gets away. Char, you know.
Sure.
He gets away.
Yeah, Char whoops away. That's just how Char exits from now on. It's canon.
Yeah, that's new canon. Yeah.
And everyone's left to recoup with afterwards.
Yep. Then he breaks the news that Char's back.
Yep. Yeah,
How do you think Sayla is going to take it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So Sayla's left now, thinking about Char, who she believes might be her brother.
Yeah.
And the last time they met, which we will be seeing soon again. Their reunion.
Will.
And so the episode ends with our little pan across the
South American jungle. The Amazon jungle.
In flames.
Yeah.
War is hell.
Here's something interesting that someone someone posted on Reddit is I just came across this out of the blue, but they claim that they found the location of Jaburo.
Let me. Okay. Huh.
So it'd be off this branch of the Amazon River.
I mean, in theory, I don't know how wide
in theory
the Maunus is, or is that
the what?
Is that's just the Amazon River right up the middle?
This right here. This is the Amazon River, and then this is just one of the tributaries to the Amazon River.
Because that would kind of make sense for. I'd have to kind of see how big it is, but for it to be able to support submarines in the river.
Well, let me see if maybe I can find something that talks about how deep and how big the river is.
Yeah, basically in that northern part of South America. I always knew it was in the Amazon. I just didn't know where exactly. In the back of the warehouse. That was the secret. That was the secret Amazon headquarters.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't see all the unhappy workers running around collecting people's.
Now, I mean, remember, Jaburo is the general headquarters for the Federation forces. Now, who doesn't say that they could have expanded and deepened the river for important traffic?
That's possible. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They do go back to there in Zeta.
Yeah, they do.
Which, by the way, I'll have to talk with you later this week, Nerdporial. I wouldn't mind having you on, because it'd be kind of fun to get some more people into to talk a little bit about the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the trouble in Jaburo, tragedy in Jaburo, the trouble in Jaburo, tributaries in Jaburo, and other T words.
The tragedy is sadly the death of Lieutenant Woody.
Yep, a man who we knew for all of like one episode.
Half the episode.
Yep. And yeah, so I guess we kind of wrap things up. What did you guys think about the episode?
I like it, especially that this was actually a war episode. Like, it was a real goddamn war, and I'm really into like action in anime sometimes when it comes to mecha stuff. That's something I figured out with myself. When I watch mecha, I really love real good battles. Yeah. And the whole story with Char being back, and I love it. I would give this episode, and because of the battle, this big battle, I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, that's impressive considering some of the kind of variety of scores I've heard. I've kind of hard pressed you into giving me for answers over the months.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's great to hear you're given a high score for something. But
yeah,
I think
it.
I think it is also important to remember that the human element of it. That is an important matter of it all.
This whole episode was really good.
Mm-hmm. Chris?
This is one of my favorite episodes in the series. It's definitely one that stands out. It's also one of those like turning point episodes to where like you see a shift in the show. And it's an amazing show. It's an amazing episode. It's you definitely you get to see more character development with like Matilda.
That is true. I forgot. Yeah, that's true.
And what her future could have been, and Amuro basically beating himself over that and basically being told, no, you're being stupid if you think that you could have possibly prevented her death. She fought and died to save the white base. There's nothing that Amuro could have done to stop that.
No.
And then he has to basically live through that all over again with
Woody,
with Lieutenant Woody's death. And then you have on top of that, Char has returned, and it's not just him on the bridge of a ship. No, he has returned in full force. And it's also pretty cool.
Now it's down for business, like hardcore business.
Yeah. And it's also pretty cool to see the white base or the Jaburo after like hearing about it since near the beginning of the show, where their original intention was to head to Jaburo, but because of Char, they kind of went off in an entirely different direction.
Yeah.
God, there is a lot to really appreciate.
Yeah.
I mean, like you guys have said a lot of some of the reasons why I think this is such a great episode. I think for my own score, which, by the way, Chris, what were you going to give the episode?
I think I'll say 8.5, 9.
Yeah, I largely I concur. I think this is definitely a 9 for an episode.
Yeah, I think so.
Because there's so much to unpack here.
So much development, so much story, and at the end,
Char's back.
And Char's back with like good character development with all of the characters and a big battle at the same time. Like you have everything that you want in a story, you know, everything you need. Good character buildings and good fight, and you know everything like that. So I think it's really good.
Yeah. So kind of with this in mind, I want to ask you guys each as well to pick out one thing from the episode that kind of stands out that you like. For me, finally the introduction of the gym.
Oh, definitely the gym, having the Federation get to see. So I just found this picture. This is actually a pretty cool picture. I think, like you have native South Africans, South African tribes still living in the Amazonian jungles around Jaburo, and they're seeing all this raining down from the sky. It's just, that would be a sight to behold, right?
Wow.
I think Chris was kind of saying earlier to answer this question. Yeah, that the movies that at the very least the end of the second movie you were saying should have covered this.
This and also the next episode were re-edited and streamlined, and it's the final events of the second movie.
Okay.
So they were the final climax.
Yes.
What was
actually, I actually sort of prefer how the movie does it, because you'll see in the next episode it kind of seems a little funky, that the way that they like
separated all that, and they separated all these events into 2 episodes.
Yeah, in which case, like I said, in the movie, at the end of the movie trilogy, at the end of the second movie, they kind of have it a little more streamlined and kind of reshuffled the events to where kind of it flows better, in my opinion.
Okay.
But yeah, so what else? Okay.
Yeah, so I'll ask you, what was one moment that stands out for you?
Oh geez. God, it's a little hard. There's several things I like. But I think I want to say the relationship between Amuro and Lieutenant Woody.
Okay.
It's not one event, but it's like that story, just like
yeah. I was thinking about the same there.
Yeah, I was kind of forgetting that Matilda's a woman that Amuro had a crush on, and here's kind of this quote, we could say, quote unquote, the other guy.
Yes.
Well, technically, Amuro is the other guy.
But
yeah,
that's not the way it would have played out in Amuro's head.
No, of course. He would be like that other guy. God damn it.
Jace, what about you? What was
no, the same as Chris, and the connection with Char, and what's the main character's name again? I always forget because because I always want to call him Light. Because the same voice actor. It's really hard for me when it's the same damn voice actor. But yeah, the connection with those two when they have their fight, and when he understands like it's Char, I just love that moment, you know, with them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, this was a great one to come back to.
A fucking epic episode.
Jace, can you say that?
No, I'm not sober, so I can't.
Oh geez.
Amuro.
Amuro. Toro.
So that's the Japanese voice actor.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we are watching it in dub.
Yeah, the
English voice actor is Brad Swale.
And he plays also Light in Death Note.
And then in the English movie dub, which has been kind of slowly erased, the voice actor was Michael Lindsay.
Mm.
And what has he done? He did. Geez, it's really hard to find. He's done voice work in various things. He did a voice of Bobby from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I thought you were about to say Bobby from King of the Hill.
No, I'm trying to find things that like Kanekuro from Naruto. Kisuku
No,
Hara from Bleach.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Joe Keto from Digimon Digital Monsters.
So
so he did the voice of Joe from Digimon.
So I see you brought up here Toru was the voice of Seiya and Saint Seiya, but the one that stands out that I recognized was Ribbons, because in one of the little OVAs, the battle logs, where they wind up with modern animation, effectively having Char and Amuro have a rematch. At one point, it shifts from it starts off with Ribbons versus Char, and then they make a joke as they have Ribbons replaced with Amuro, where Char comments about how your voice sounded funny. What was up with that? Or something to that effect. But which by the way, is a intense battle, great battle as well. But
there was also another actor who did Amuro for the for Zeta, and Matthew Erickson, who did voices for, let me see here, Hikaru no Go, Fancy Lala, Beyblade, Burst Evolution. He did additional voices. He didn't do one character. He also did Harvey Kinkle in Sabrina the Secrets of the Teenage Witch.
Shuichi
Really?
Ikeda comes back to Gundam as Gilbert Durandal from Sea Destiny, and of course Full Frontal. No, Jace, we're not talking about nudity. But all right, this seems like a good place to call it. Jace, Chris, you want to tell us a little bit about what you guys have coming up?
Well, we are soon, with a new year, so we have a lot of new plans, a lot of new content, videos. We're gonna have 2 episodes of the Beyond Show, and maybe some small streams about news articles, and we are doing some more movie reviews and stuff like that we will pre-record and edit and release. And yes, we have a lot of things going on for the Beyond Show, and you will see me more on Midnight's Edge and Mead. Because I became a part of. Thank you.
The
Of
Jace
course.
World Order.
Yes, of course. But no, so you will see me there, since I'm a part of the fellowship now, and I just want to shout them out and say I'm grateful that they wanted me on and wanted me to be a part of this. And you can find me here, Pop Culture Minefield, T-shirt historian, and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff is happening next year. A lot of plans. I'm pretty excited. And yeah. And just remember, life's too short. Make the most of it. And everyone in the chat and this fellowship, we in this panel and this fellowship, we love all of you with the bottom of our hearts. So thank you.
I didn't mean to blow myself up, but Chris, do you have anything you wanted to add and say?
No, I mean Jason mostly just nailed it on the head. I don't have as much exposure as Jace does. So I just have here and also the Beyond show to be seen upon. And
Well,
like
I'm just
Jace,
gonna say, Chris, next year you are gonna do a lot of content too. We are gonna blow you more up. Yes.
Thanks.
Like, for fuck's
but-
sake, dude. You are the host for the fucking videos for movie reviewing.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
But so like Jay said, is we got plans to kind of do a little more content for the show, for the channel, for 540 Studios. Pre-recorded reviews of movies and TV shows when we get around to them, and like he said, two episodes of the Beyond show, and we'll eventually, hopefully, get around to.
Ooh.
Oh joy!
Well, we have some plans for stuff, so
and hopefully we'll eventually get around to restarting Tales from the Jedi Archives.
Yep.
So at some point,
it's already in the plans. Next year will be the best year. We are gonna make it. We're gonna do a lot of cool stuff
until YouTube decides to lock us down.
So we have to try to get some crop tops to Ironcaster.
Yeah,
but we will fix that. Yeah.
And what?
And I was thinking about buying him shampoos for his back hair.
No. Beard.
You're back here too.
But yeah.
Well, just gotta take a spotlight for myself. Not that I want to do that on my own channel. Of course, you can find me here on Ironcaster, where I'll be talking about some big robots now and then. And coming up this week, I should be over with Cosmic Fusion, where we're gonna get into some movie reviews, and we're going to hell. Well, we're going to Frogtown.
Woo-hoo.
We're going it through. Hell comes to Frogtown. And I think on Saturday we might be doing the Weekend Geek. We'll have to see what's up with T-shirt.
Yep.
The man, the legend.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
The links to these guys' channels and many other fine channels from our Fellowship of Friends can be found below in the description. And if you like what I do, send me some love. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on social media. Hit the like button. Do all that stuff. Most importantly, have a good day. Have a good night. Go enjoy yourself.
Have a good New Year's.
Yes,
Happy New Year.
Have a happy New Year, guys.
Yep.
It's
See you all around.
Make the most of it.
Make the most of it. Yep.
See ya.
Where's that button?
See y'all.